awareness that this body that I'm in has gone through so much. I had 3 major surgeries for colon cancer. I had a blood clot in my lungs. Before I came here, I had a dream, because my entire life has been about service, about giving to others, that of my mortality, like connecting myself with death. I love running. I've got 2 running clubs. Before I got here, I was in the best shape of my life. On this shamanic initiation, I stretched myself to do things I've never done before. But then at the same time, I also wrote my own songs. Again, something I've never done before. It's in my nature to go fast. So that's not going to change. But what I can do is bring in slow time, quiet time every day. My name is Mo Hack. I'm from London. The master plant I dieted with is Noya Rao. Before I came here, I had a dream where I drank Noya Rao, and there's a piece of paper with some symbols, and I was in a circular wooden hut. And now know it was the Maloka. And that vision, came real, bringing me here. And one of the biggest learnings I had was to really look after myself, to service my own needs. Because my entire life has been about service, about giving to others. But the message here was, I need to give to myself and really honor this vessel that I have, this body, and to know that the body is my tool on this earth, to look after it and to listen to it. And so through the dieta, I really got to tune away from all the external world. So no mobile phone, no contact with the outside world, and just limited the amount of music and content. And that stillness allowed me to really tap into silence and the quiet, and to make peace with just being alone. And so going back into the outside world, I'll know I can access that silence, that stillness, that peace, and that I can be at peace with being alone. I wrote a song to Noya Rao, and the messages in the song, I thank Noya Rao for the wisdom. I thank Noya Rao for her patience. She has this warm, loving watch over us, and this softness in her breeze. And she brings this presence, calm and like a comfort. She is the queen, the queen of the forest. I had a total of 10 Ayahuasca ceremonies on the shamanic initiation, and it was the first time I've ever drunk Ayahuasca, and first time I've ever worked with this medicine. And so it took a while to understand what dosage works for me. And what I learned was, when I take two cups, that's quite a big dose. I go into this realm, which I describe as the numinous. You can't put words to it. And it's just magical, it's beautiful. And in that realm, I'm somewhere else. But then some of the other lower doses, I'm in my body. I can feel the bodily sensations, the chills. And the biggest learning I had through these experiences, that of my mortality, like connecting myself with death, and that there is constant death and rebirth within our life. And so part of me coming here has died. This old self has died, and something new has now emerged, and many ideas, many insights. And so the challenge is going to be, when I go back into the world, how do I stay true to that and true to myself? And so to be gentle and just keep listening and keep doing and being. And so I think the biggest lesson is to add so much more rest into my life, because I like working at a full pace, just always doing something, like what's the next thing to do, and one of the biggest learnings is to reset, is to rest and rejuvenate. And so that is going to be like a practice to really embed, to go, like, it's in my nature to go fast. So that's not going to change. But what I can do is bring in slow time, quiet time every day. And just like, okay, this is my quiet time. I'm gonna just chill and just do nothing. And then when I go, I can give it my all. And so that is one practice I'm gonna try to bring in. Not try, I will bring in. If Noya Rao is speaking to me now about my experience over the past 26 days, it will be honoring myself. The awareness that this body that I'm in has gone through so much. You know, I had 3 major surgeries for colon cancer. I had a blood clot in my lungs. I've had so many medical procedures, and it's been fragile over the years. But at the same time, there's this resilience. You know, I love running. I've got 2 running clubs. Before I got here, I was in the best shape of my life. And so the awareness, the body's been through so much, but it heals, it renews, and that there's this resilience in me. Yet here on this shamanic initiation, I stretched myself to do things I've never done before. So I sang in public for the first time ever, in ceremony, and not just once, not twice, but 3 times, 3 separate ceremonies. So that was huge. But then at the same time, I also wrote my own songs. I wrote 4 songs, and I'm working on a 5th. Again, something I've never done before. And so Noya Rao, my master plant, has taught me that there's wisdom inside of me, or there's, you know, when you get quiet, what needs to be heard gets loud. And what I had the real opportunity at this initiation was to get quiet and allow insights and wisdoms to come and just pay attention to that. So if the Noya Rao is speaking to me, it's speaking to me on resilience, but it's also speaking to me on the softness, through the softness of the stillness and the quiet. There's magic that can happen, and you can do things you've never done before, because, you know, singing and writing your own stuff and then singing it, I would previously be in my head, what is it going to sound like, what are people going to think? But in this space, it's like, it doesn't matter. My soul is giving me this, and the soul wants to express, so let it out. 1,000 years old, your leaves shine like gold. You called me to the forest, you called me to come home. Noya, Noya, Noya Rao, Noya, Noya Rao. Noya, Noya, Noya Rao, Noya, Noya Rao. Rooted firmly to the ground while reaching for the sky. Your stillness stirs the soul, my connection to divine. Noya, Noya, Noya Rao, Noya, Noya Rao.